All right, welcome in, everybody. Dirt Racing Network's live coverage of the Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. Tonight we're coming to you from the dirt track at Charlotte. 50 360 wing sprint cars checked in for this one. These guys about ready to go to qualifying. And when they do that, you know we play the national anthem, so we'll be back in just a second.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Johnny Foley with our national anthem. You guys are going to be wrapping up the qualifying session here. About 5 more seconds. Looks like Nelson Webster, Anthony Job, Kendall Tucker, Trey Schmidt, and Britton Roxbury are going to be our top 5. So they'll have pole positions in their respective heat races. Heat race number 1 about to grid out on the front stretch for us here. Pace truck already out there. Nelson Webster setting his car down on the front stretch for us. The Fatheads Eyewear 19 Design, Setster Fabrication, Tony Stewart Sim Racing Team machine of Nelson Webster on your pole to his outside. The Ultimate Dirt TV Tim's Dirt Track Simulators number 91. That's going to be Ernie Williams. Row 2, going to see James Tiernan on the inside of that. The Dirt Track Terror coming in here with the over-the-wall photography gang. Brandon Steele is SteelCycles.com. Machine in behind that one. Trey Galgon, the 49 machine, looked at that car a little bit earlier. Nice looking ride he's got going on right there. On his outside, going to be Dakota Kuhn. The 95 machine, that is a Kuhn Motorsports entry. Kaz Bedford, the 27 car, going to start inside of the 4th row. And on his outside, the 70 car, that's Jimmy Barr. Scheduled to start in the next row. Not making the call, going to be Aaron Mack, the 35. But it looks like the 35 car stayed in the pits. So we're going to have 8 cars in this first heat race. Top 3 transfer straight to tonight's feature. Everybody else going to work their way right on through the consolation races. How is my volume? Is anybody listening to this? I feel like I'm blowing the doors off of everything that's going on in here. Hello, Terry. Thanks for tuning in over there on YouTube, buddy. All right, green flag in the air. And the Meat Freaks Jerky Original heat race number 1 underway. Nelson Webster quickly to the point. Ernie Williams going to fall in behind him, and you're looking at the Dirt Track Terror. James Tiernan, remember that catches the inside tire. That is going to end his night quickly. We were watching live when that happened, but just for fun, we'll go back and take another look at it. James Tiernan caught that second tire there down in turn 3. Those implement tires absolutely 100% unforgiving. Boom, left side, right up and over it. Goes across the top of Kuhn's car. So Mr. Tiernan, the terror himself, terrorized by an infield tire, and he is going to take that car, get it fixed up, and come out here and look at a D or a C main. We have got 6 heat races on tap, so run down through the field for you real quick here. Webster, Williams, Steele, Kuhn, Galgon, Bedford, Barr, and then Tiernan and Mack off the track. And I did not mean for that to run, but it did. You do it through the iRacing League section. Go look for Dirt Sprint Car Championship Series. Brody Wilhelm will be the owner of that. Send him a message. Let him know that you want to go sign up. These guys racing tonight. 40 for the winner, 20 for second, and 10 for third. Pace truck going to head on in this time. We're going to go green off of turn number 4. Webster still out in front. 5 laps to go. 4 when they take the green. Back underway. Single file through the start-finish line. And Webster going to hang on to the top spot. Right now, Ernie Williams got up, got the loose stuff into the marbles, and he got down in front of Brandon Steele. And Brandon Steele upside down on our backstretch. These guys restarting. We're going to watch Williams right here. He got way up high, got in that really, really nasty loose stuff up there. Car popped loose on him right there, coming off of it. He cut right across in front of Brandon Steele. Steele really nowhere to go on that deal. So this one probably going to finish behind the pace truck. Heat race number 1 off to a little bit of a rocky start. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Bo. Thank you very much, Bo. I appreciate it. Yeah, you better watch out, Mike. You might be streaming Fairbury all night long. Hint, hint, DSRL drivers. Hint, hint. It could happen. Thursday Thunder could make its first appearance. All right, these guys are going to stay behind the pace truck because we're going to come down to the 1 to go. Webster, Kuhn, and Galgon going to transfer straight to the feature race. Everybody else, alphabet soup time for you. 1 of our 6 heat races in the book. Don't forget, guys, if you're over on Twitch, I've already seen YouTube. Terry Mustard over there on YouTube. Guys, say hi in the chat. I can see it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh is right. You know me. I ain't scared of much. And I'll throw these guys right in the fire. We'll see what happens. All right, Heat 1 in the books. Nelson Webster picking up the win in the Meat Freaks Original Jerky Heat Race. Heat 2 going to be rolling out on the front stretch for us. On the pole, the elbows up, TV number 91 of Anthony Job to his outside. His teammate, the 85, Tyler Shell. Row 2 on the inside. It's going to be the 110, the Cadillac man, Kevin Hanley, and on his outside in the Leffler, number 88. That's Mark Broderick. Row 3 up on the inside, the 46 machine of Craig Oakes. On his outside, that is the Mannheim Auto Auctions, number 77 of Nathan Brown. Row 4 on the inside, the CRS number 181. That's Randy Rockwell. And to his outside, the 62 machine, going to be Tyler Rominger. And on the back row, by himself in the 31, that's the Branch Snap-On machine, Ryan Dolbear. Well, I've been doing some chatting, and I found out which setup we should possibly use, so I'm thinking that anything is possible. I'm not saying that is going to happen because I have fears of iRacing glitches and crashes and all kinds of weird stuff happening, as is typical with every new build. But, you know, sometimes you just got to say what the heck and What'd they tell me Saturday night? Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. Well, we might just do that. I went to a pretty fun poker game over the weekend, and I kept hearing that phrase all night long. All right, we're going green this time. Turn number 4. The Meat Freaks Teriyaki Heat Race. Anthony Job going to bring us to green right here. He's on the gas. Green flag in the air. Tyler Shell falling right in behind his teammate. And watch out. That's the Cadillac man right behind him. Kevin Hanley hanging around in that middle groove, the upper groove with these guys. Hanley hanging on to third. Broderick right there in the 4th spot, the 88 machine, and they are all running the exact same line. The 46 of Oaks down on the bottom in 5th here. There goes Broderick trying to take a peek, see if he can find any grip. But right now, it's Joe, Shell, and Hanley 1, 2, 3. Backstretch starting to develop those familiar bumps that everybody's used to here at Charlotte. These guys had about 15 minutes of practice, and they wore a pretty good groove through the middle, and they got the top a little slick, and I hear cars banging into the fence. Somebody must have put a right rear up against the turn 2 fence. They're going to come down, see 4 to go this time. Job starting to drive away from the field now. Hanley closing in on Shell for second. We don't often see somebody catching Tyler Shell like that. Shell's been very strong for quite a few weeks. And, oh, here we go. Caution out. It could be Nathan Brown. Might be a part of this. He's off 4 this time. Pretty clean. Into the fence. Car breaks free. And there we go. Right across his nose. Nathan Brown put her up in the fence, and he come right down in front of Rockwell. Those two got together. They brought out the caution. Heat 2 going to finish behind the pace truck, and Job, Shell, and Hanley are going to be our transfer cars straight to the A main. Everyone else will be looking for a bowl, a spoon, and a little bit of alphabet soup in their near future. Yeah, actually, Jeffrey, I'm thinking more of track glitches, like weird places where the car gets destroyed and the fence sticks out. And I always worry about those things right out of the box. But we won't worry about it too much. We'll get through tonight with these guys. We'll figure out what we're going to do, and we'll announce something here in just a little while. All right, they brought out the white flag behind the pace truck. The lights are still on it. One more time around. The Meat Freaks Teriyaki Flavor Heat Race going to be in the books. Man, I got to quit talking about that stuff. I'm getting hungry for some beef jerky. I need Jason to get me some samples, man. Where you at, Jason? What are we doing tonight, buddy? We are getting a group together that's got some late models. It's going to happen in October, I believe, Bo. And so it'll be on the weekends, Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember which night their late models are on, but we're working out a deal with them right now to get them on the network. We'll be back to about 5 or 6 nights of broadcasting here on DRN. Best time of the year is when it's cold out because all the guys can't go to the real track, so they get on the sim world, and we get to have a lot of fun with that. All right, heat race number 3. The Meat Freaks Jalapeno heat race tonight. On the pole, Swindell Speed Labs driver in the 45 car. It's actually going to be the 00 tonight. It's going to be Kendall Tucker. To his outside, the Deuce, Dylan Hauser. Row 2 on the inside, the high side Hustler. He drives the border tire number 5. That's Braden Eiler. And on his outside, the countryside Stove and Chimney number 01 of Kyle Stoltz. Adam Ross, the Vibrant, number 44 car on the inside of row 3. And to his outside, Lance Heinberger. The Ron Jacobs, number 3 machine. Row 4 on the inside. That's going to be the Sim Graphics, number 47 of Garrett Pepiot. Excuse me. And on his outside, in the 08 machine. Just says EP on it. I don't know what that stands for, but that's Robert Smith. And on the back, all by himself, the 14 machine. The the Pro Line, number 14, as a matter of fact, James Foster. Dylan Hauser not making the call, so Kyle Stoltz going to start on the outside of our front row as Dylan Hauser does not make it in for the third heat race. So 8 more laps. These guys are going to get out here. Top 3 straight to the main. Everybody else, consolation races. Pace truck will drop off this time, and Kendall Tucker will bring us around to our green flag. Cool deal. Well, green flag in the air. Heat race number 3 underway. Tucker didn't waste much time. He tried to get a big lead, but the high side hustler Braden Eiler tried to close that gap, and now he pulling up on to the push bar right behind Tucker. Watch for Eiler to stay as close to that wall as he possibly can. Now he cuts it down. Car gets out of shape, coming off the loose stuff. A little bit of contact between, I believe that was he and Stoltz right there. Kyle Stoltz had to back off just a little bit. That's going to let Adam Ross catch him. Watch the battles for first, second, and third and fourth. Trying to keep them all on the screen here. It looks like Tucker's going to gain a big advantage now down the backstretch. Eiler came to the bottom to see if there was anything there, and that didn't work out too good for him as Ross threw the slide job in on turn 3, but couldn't make it stick at the exit of 4. So keep it Tucker, Eiler, Stoltz, and Ross, your top 4 right now. Stoltz gets a breathing room down the back stretch as he pulls out to about 7 cars over 4th place Adam Ross. Tucker has about 6 cars on Eiler. Eiler's going to close that back in. This one stays green. Eiler may have a shot here. He's going to go into 3 and 4. You know it's coming. The slide job right across the nose. He goes top shelf on him right there. Park the hustler out in front. Braden Eiler to the point. Kendall Tucker back to P2. Kyle Stoltz, your final transfer spot. Tucker not done yet. Here comes the big slide job. Off a turn 4. Can he make it stick? No. Eiler gets him back. Crosses him over. These two probably going to go at it for the rest of this heat race, and we'll just see who's got the advantage when we get down to the start-finish line. Eiler back on the inside. Final lap. White flag in the air, and Eiler finds the fence. That might seal the deal. Kendall Tucker takes it in low. Tucker looks like he's going to come out with a victory. Eiler going to come home second, and Stoltz going to come home in third. Those 3 guys checked out from everyone else in the field. Cool deal, Bo. You get a hold of Jason and work a deal for that personalized jerky sponsorship, man. It's a good deal. All right, heat number 4. Grid out on the front stretch, heat 4. The original peppered Meat Freaks Jerky Heat Race. On the pole, the 12 car, that's Trey Schmidt to his outside. And Black Diamond Motorsports number 54 of John Batista. Steve Sittler, the War Racing number 4 on the inside of row 2. Brandon Kreutz on his outside. That's the Fame number 93. On the inside of row 3, that's the 19 Designs number 33 of Landon Austin. And on his outside, going to be the JBR number 25 of John Bragman. Glenn Richards, the 82 machine, going to start inside the back row. That says Shoot Awesome on the wing of that car. And Austin McCarl in the 17, he is catching up. He was way behind when they rolled him off. That's the Viper sponsored number 17. So 8 cars, top 3 again to the A main. 8 laps to get it done. Going green the next time we come off of turn number 4. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't forget, meatfreaksjerky.com. Go by there. Use the promo code DRN19. Get you some great, fantastic, in fact, beef jerky. And they'll know you came from here. It'll help keep supporting the Dirt Racing Network. Keep great racing like this on. Help us to keep expanding. And it'll give Meat Freaks a reason to keep sponsoring. So let's get that done. Green flag in the air. 4th heat race underway. Trey Schmidt right out in front of John Batista. Big battle for 3rd. It's looking like Kreutz is going to come away with it. But Sittler right there in the middle of a 3-wide. He had Bragman on the bottom. Now they kind of work it out, and Sittler's car found the fence off turn 4, and he got way out of shape, had to back it down. Now it looks like Kreutz and maybe Landon Austin. No, it was John Bragman might have got together there off of turn 2. Battle starting to shape up for the lead. Batista is working the high side. He's going to get around Schmidt right here. Does he have the bite down the backstretch to hold the spot? Not into turn 3, and Schmidt is going to slide job across. He'll have, maybe Batista got that back. A good run for Batista off turn number 4, and he took the spot right back. Now Schmidt goes in low, brings it up dead center of the corner, trying to get the drive off, and he got the lead back away from John Batista. These two going at it. Meanwhile, Landon Austin has put himself into the 3rd spot, and he's got a pretty comfortable cushion right now. But Austin McCarl is charging through the field, started dead last, and makes a bid for it with a slide job. Contact between the two, Austin and McCarl. They both keep it going. Now it's 3 wide off turn 2 for just a second. Bragman and Landon Austin made a little bit of contact right there. McCarl found the fence on the exit, had to back out, and that gives Landon Austin a little bit of an advantage when we're coming around through 3 and 4. They're going to see the white flag this time. Slide job coming from McCarl again. These guys really getting tight on these exits right here, not leaving a lot of room. All right, now looks like Batista's got the advantage as they come off turn 4 to the checkered flag. It's going to be Batista. Schmidt. And at the line, I'm not sure who had that. It says Austin McCarl picked it up, the 17 car, by just 2 1/1000ths. Over Landon Austin right there. Great race to the finish for those two guys. They battled the entire heat race. Great driving by both guys. A little contact here, a little contact there. Didn't slow anybody down. We're going to get ready to go to heat race number 5. On the pole, the Casey Kane Sim Racing. Valvoline, number 421 of the Rockstar. Britton Roxbury, and 2 is outside. The Togo, number 42. That's Wade Lamar. Row 2 on the inside. That's going to be the over-the-wall photography, elbows up TV. Number 21 is Shane Paulo, and 2 is outside. The Flying Fossil on the high side racewear. Number 56, David Flick. Row 3 on the inside, Justin Verhey in the 53 machine. I don't see Alex Hanna or Jacob Bell, and Brian Cross, the 78. Out in back, looks like he'll probably move up. We're going to have at least 6 in this one. There comes another one, Alex Hanna. The Red Bull, number 36. So maybe just Jacob Bell not going to make this call. So 7 cars. Heat race number 5. The Meat Freaks of Barbecue Bacon heat race. Roxbury Lamar on our front row. One more heat race to go over this one. Then we're going to hit the consolation races. Washington Courthouse, Ohio. Is that a place, Rick? All right, Pace Truck going to duck into the infield right here. Roxbury going to have control of the field. 8 laps, top 3 to the feature. Roxbury's on the throttle, the green flag flies. Right away, Wade Lamar took a peek like he was going to throw the slide job in turns 1 and 2, and Roxbury just had too much momentum off the top side. And I don't think we're going to see the 421 car stray too far from the wall. He likes to rip the lip. So Roxbury out in front of Lamar. Paulo sitting in third, but there he is, the Flying Fossil. Working his way through. He sits fourth right now, and he's putting the pressure on the 21 machine in front of him. trying to get the spot. Lamar took another attempt at a slide job. Didn't quite make it stick, and Roxbury scoots out half a second down the backstretch. Completing 4. Or completing 3. Got 5 to go. Going to be halfway the next time by. Lamar still second. David Flick took a peek around the high side, and he took third away from Shape Hollow. Moved the Flying Fossil into a transfer spot. He can hang on to that. He's going straight to the feature tonight. Paulo in fourth. Brian Cross, Justin Verhey, and Alex Hanna rounding out your field. Roxbury, 0.8 of a second over Lamar. Both drivers around the top. David Flick in third right behind that. All these guys running high except Lamar. He's running the slider line in 1 and 2. Cool deal, Rick. Awesome job. One of these days I'm going to go up there. Roxbury, 8, almost 9/10 of a second ahead of Lamar. Flick is starting to reel Lamar in. I think he's just going to run out of laps. They're going to get the white flag this time by. Britton Roxbury, Wade Lamar, David Flick, your transfer cars. Well, right now they're going straight to the A main if they can keep the wheels on the ground for about half a lap. Roxbury through turns 3 and 4. He's going to win heat race 5. He's going to bring Lamar and Flick with him to the A main. Paulo, Cross, Hanna, and Verhey going to go to the consolation races. We'll have those coming up after we have the 6th and final heat race. Sixth heat race, final heat race of the evening. Gridding out on the front stretch and on the pole, the Wicked Energy Gum, number 79 of Billy Rowley. To his outside, the DRC number 211, that's Alex Smolders. 71 machine of Cody Batten inside of row 2, and on his outside, that's the Plan B Auto Sales number 39 of Zach Hollinger. Row 3 on the inside, the Bush number 37, that is James Lear, and on his outside, the Highside Racewear Team UDSRA number 19 of Troy Wagaman. In the 4th row on the inside, that's the 20 machine of Isaac Soares, and on his outside, having a little bit of trouble getting going here right at the start. That car just didn't want to do its thing. He's still having a problem. It's the GOS Motorsports number 11 of R.J. Harper. What's going on there next weekend, Rick? All right, final 8 cars in this heat race. Top 3 to the feature. Everybody else to the proverbial alphabet soup. O'Reilly and Smolders on the front row. Pretty good front row here. Troy Wagaman. Always dangerous. Come up and take a win away. So these guys are going to go green off turn for 8 laps. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you, guys. Hope you're enjoying the show. Final heat race of the night right here is underway. Billy Rowley on the throttle, and he brings Alex Smolders right in tow with him. These guys are going to go straight to the top. But Cody Batten, big slide job, went 2 for 1, and it didn't stick. Smolders, the beneficiary of all that action. He came out with the lead because Rowley had to check up. Now Rowley's into Smolders and into Batten. All of them keep it straight, but it lets the rest of the field close up. And there goes Wagaman across the nose of Smolders. They've let Cody Batten snatch the lead from him here now. Smolders and Rowley, Wagaman all trying to play catch up. Track looking very slick around the middle. Little grip around the top, little around the bottom, and it looked like Batten was having problems, and Smolders got in the back of him, turned him around. And Smolders' car up on the implement tire. He's probably done and stuck. We'll go back and watch this down the backstretch. Batten hits those whoop-de-doos, I guess you want to call them. He got a little loose off of 2, and then Smolders just right into him and pushed him out of the way. That car comes to rest on the tires. Batten got his spun around and got it out of the way. He's able to join the back of the field, but Smolders on the inside. He and Isaac Soares both in the infield. Wagaman got the lead under all of that crazy action there between Batten and Smolders. So it's going to be Wagaman, Rowley, Harper, Hollinger, Lear, and Batten. Oh, good deal. Yeah, a lot of racing going on soon. A lot of tracks are closing out seasons. This weekend, next weekend, and the following weekend, a lot of seasons are closing up. Track championships are going to be decided. I've seen multiple posts about all that. I'd like to go to a couple of them locally, but I don't know, work's stacking up, so we'll see what happens. All right, going to have 2 laps to go, a 2-lap shootout. Wagaman, Rowley, and Harper right now our top 3. Hollinger is right there in 4th, that 39 machine. We'll see if he's got anything for Harper. The green flag flies, 2 laps to go. And Hollinger immediately took a look on the inside in turns 1 and 2, and he's going to have the spot. Move Hollinger into 3rd, Harper back to 4th. And now Harper's got his work cut out for him. If he's going to get back around Hollinger, he's going to have exactly 1 lap to do it. And he got a good run through 3 and 4 that time. Up the inside. Does he have enough grip, especially right here down the backstretch, to shoot past? Seal the deal going into 3 and 4. These two right on top of each other. Wagaman's going to win it. Rowley's going to come home second. And at the line, it ends up being R.J. Harper grabbing 3rd. He and Hollinger made contact. Hollinger got out of shape, but he transfers right through. And we're going to move into our D main 12 laps scheduled for this one. A quick look through the field here. Verhey and Smolders in row number 1. Tiernan and Rominger, row number 2. Robert Smith and Glenn Richards in row number 3. Row 4 going to be Jacob Bell and Isaac Soares. Row 5, Aaron Mack and Craig Oakes. And on the back row, supposed to be Dylan Hauser, but it doesn't look like Bell, Mack, Oakes, and Hauser are able to make the call, so we will only have 8 cars in this one. 7. Make it 7 cars. Look at that. It is a rare. It's like seeing a unicorn when you see Chris Brenner in chat. All right, guys. 12 laps for transfer. Everybody else is going to be done for the night. The top 4 from this one going to go into the back of our C main here as soon as this one's over. 7 cars shooting for those 4 spots. Verhey, Smolders going to lead us up to the green here. Alphabet soup time, folks. We'll see if anybody can be the alphabet soup bandit. Make it from the D all the way to the A right here. Ooh, these cars way out of line, way out of shape. The green flag is going to fly anyway. Smolders around the top side trying to get back to Verhey. Oh, Verhey out of shape trying to get down into 3. Caught that last bump right when he turned the wheel, and that is going to upset the car and give Smolders the lead. The end of lap 1, Verhey second, Tiernan is 3rd, and Smith. Robert Smith, the 08 car, out of shape off 2 head. 4th, he just gave that to Glenn Richards. 82 machine out of shape going down into turn 3. These bumps really starting to show how treacherous and dangerous they can be for these drivers. So we go back to the front, Smolders. 1 second out over Tiernan. Tiernan and Verhey starting to race each other here for second. Plenty of laps left in this one. Got to make sure you're locked into that top 4. If you don't, your night is over. So these guys probably going to be a little more careful than normal. You saw Verhey get out of shape. Tiernan went right back by. Richards still sitting in the 4th spot, and it is a long ways back. He's in the middle of 3 and 4. And Isaac Soares took his car into the infield. So did Rominger. So we only got 4 cars on the track. These guys all going to transfer. Smolders, Tiernan, Verhey, and Richards. Alex Smolders working around the high side. That car porpoising all the way down the backstretch. Those bumps really wreaking havoc on the suspension of that car. There's a couple right there on the front stretch past the start-finish line. You see that car just bouncing. You can hear the revs on the engine when the tires come up off the ground. It looks like Tiernan and Verhey have both gone to the bottom now. Glenn Richards still trying to work around through the middle of the track. That car just way out of shape. He is really having to fight that car. Smolders has 4 to go. All the cars on the track. Transferring to the back of the B. That left front tire completely off the ground at the exit of turn 2. Take a ride down the back stretch here with Mr. Smolders off the helmet cam. White flag this time off turn number 4. You can see Glenn Richards. You look underneath the wing on the left corner, right below the roll bar. He was going into 3 when Smolders was coming off a 2, and Smolders is gonna pick up the win right there. Tiernan was second, Verhey third, and Richards gonna make his way around, catch the checkered flag, and he's gonna transfer the back of the B main. All right, C main time. 14 cars scheduled to be in this one. On the pole, Ernie Williams. To his outside, going to be the 181, Randy Rockwell. Lance Heinberger inside row 2 with Brandon Kreutz on his outside. Alex Hanna inside row 3 with Cody Batten. Row 4 going to be Brandon Steele and Nathan Brown. James Foster and Steve Sittler in row number 5. Row 6 going to be Smolders and Tiernan transferring from the D. And Verhey and Richards in from the D main, going to make up the final row. Not looking like Randy Rockwell is going to be able to make this call, so we're going to have 13 cars. Top 4 from here. Going into the back of our B main. And I believe we're going to take 2 from our B main and put them in the feature. Start 20 cars for 35 laps. Well, it's easy to do, Kevin. I have been a victim of that myself many times. And it's really difficult when the track's that slick getting down the corners and you're dealing with those bumps because the car is way unweighted. You turn the wheels and you haven't settled just yet. It is real easy to get that car sideways on entry. And once you do, it's really difficult to get it back before you get yourself in some serious trouble. All right, 14 laps on the board, 13 cars on the track, only 4. Going to transfer through, everybody else going to be done. Williams and Kreutz going to bring us to the green. Green flag is in the air. Ernie Williams on the throttle. You saw cars getting way out of shape in the back, but it looks like they've kind of got it sorted out. They are 4 wide through turns 1 and 2. James, the dirt track terror, Tiernan was way on the high side, and he's still up against the fence, keeping it 3 and 4 wide. And it looks like, I'm not sure who that was at. Verhey? Yes, it was. Justin Verhey got backwards down on the bottom in 3 and 4. He's towards the back here. A transfer car from the D main got down in there. Oh, left side just a little too close to that grass, and that tire just sitting there waiting to jump out and grab you, and it grabbed that left rear. Spun him around. He's able to keep it going, so he's going to join the back of the field. These guys will get single file here. Yeah, but you know what? If you coast, you never know what you can and can't do if you're just out there coasting around. So send it is what I hear all the time. All right, it's Williams, Rockwell, Heinberger, Kreutz, Batten, Smolders, Steele, Tiernan, Foster, and Hannah, your top 10. All right, now Williams, Heinberger, Kreutz, and Batten holding down our transfer spots. Be 10 to go when they take the green flag back here in the C main. Ernie Williams pacing the field. He's on the throttle in the middle of the corner. The green flag is going to fly. Alex Smolders took a quick peek down on the inside of Cody Batten. And Batten shut the door, now goes across the track, and he got right across the nose of Kreutz. Kreutz falls all the way to fourth, moves Smolders from fifth to third. 2 for 1 that time by. Now Batten and Kreutz battling on the inside of the track. Brandon Steele tried to make some noise, got the car into the outside wall. He's going to keep it going straight, but he's going to lose a lot of spots. He's going to allow a bunch of cars to get around. Right now, Cody Batten and James Tiernan are battling over fifth. They are trying to trace down that 93 car of Kreutz, and they're 3 wide again with Steele on the inside. Tiernan way high, and they got around Batten, but Tiernan comes out with the best of that, moves Tiernan into the 5th spot. He is going to put this, big time, send it. That was the 71 car, Cody Batten. He said, damn the torpedoes, I'm sending it, guys. Here it comes. And when it got there, it detonated. Oh, yeah, took it in. He got all the way up and hit Heinberger. Heinberger was running in about 3rd right there. And he got in the left rear of Heinberger, and that just started a big chain reaction. A couple of cars going to be out of this one. I think Tiernan's car on the infield, so the dirt track terror done. Heinberger doesn't look like he's got a lot of damage. Look like he's going to be able to get back in this thing. Batten going to drop to the rear of the field. Tiernan got the worst of it. Everybody else kind of got away. Doesn't look like a whole lot of damage on any of these cars right now. So they'll get another green flag with about 3 to go. It's going to be Williams, Rockwell, Smolders, and Kreutz. Your top 4 was Steele, Hannah, Sittler, Foster, Brown, and Verhey. Your top 10. That looked like a Davis send it. Just kidding, Nate. I don't see you often enough, and when I do, I'm going to give you hell. You know it. That was pretty bad, wasn't it, Nate? All right, lights went off on the pace truck. Looks like we're going to have 3 laps to settle the C main here. Yeah, I'm not even sure you got to bring the steering wheel back, Herb. All right, Ernie Williams through the rolling hills of the backstretch. Under pace speed. Going to take the green with 3 to go. C main coming to a close. Williams kind of holding him down. He waited to the last second to do it, and he got on the throttle. Smolders, Steele, and Hannah. Alex Hannah trying to hold off James Foster right there, and Steve Sittler and Foster get together. Caution flag probably coming out. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe they all got him facing the right way. Good job by the drivers. A 360 from Sittler, and he's going to keep it facing the right way. And there's your caution. Once again, Justin Verhey's car seems to be a piece of this. I'm not sure because he's getting away pretty slow from 1 and 2. Got down in there, Heinberger, and he made contact, and he goes across the track. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He and Nathan Brown made a little bit of contact. That's what's going to bring out a caution. That's going to end our C main with Williams, Smolders, Steele, and Hannah making the transfer spots. Everyone else going to be done for the night. Yeah, rough. You're being a little generous tonight, aren't you, sir? So your C main in the books. A little love tap from Mr. Sittler to the back of Mr. Foster there, and then another love tap. Mr. Foster making a whole lot of friends tonight, it looks like. But Williams, Steele, Smolders, and Hannah all make it into the back of our B main. We're only going to take 2 out of the next race and put them in the feature. So you're going to have 16 guys shooting for 2 spots. They're going to have 16 laps to get her done. It's going to be Kaz Bedford, Mark Broderick, your front row. Adam Ross and Landon Austin in row number 2. Row 3, Shea Paulo and Zach Hollinger. Jimmy Barr and Ryan Dolbear in row number 4. Row 5 is going to look at Garrett Pippiett, John Bragman. Row 6 is going to be Brian Cross and James Lear. Row 7, Ernie Williams coming from the C main. He brought Alex Smolders with him. And he also bought Brandon Steele and Alex Hanna. That's your 8 rows, 16 cars. They got 16 laps. It looks like 2 cars not making the car. Both cars on the outside row. So that outside row going to get quite a bit shorter. John Bragman, James Lear are not able to make the call for the B main. These guys are on the outside row having a whole lot of trouble getting going here. Get a look at the 27 here. That's your pole sitter for our B main. Remember, only 2 will remain. Yeah, we watched it live, Brandon. Kind of sucks. Yeah, Ernie's got a lot of work to do, and yeah, me either, Davis. Several of these guys. So we will see what happens here. 16 laps, only 2 transfer to the back of our A main. Bedford and Broderick on the front row, going to bring us to the green right here off turn number 4. Bedford's on the gas. The green flag's in the air. B main underway. 3 wide, 4 wide, back in the field back here. Oh, way out of shape. I saw the 44 car of Ross get way out of shape right there, and he's going to drop from about 3rd to about 7th, but he keeps it facing forward. No one ran him over amazingly. And right now, Broderick's got the lead. Bedford was 2nd at the line. Paulo was 3rd. Landon Austin's right in there. These guys backing them down. Zach Hollinger or Ryan Dolbear. Ryan Dolbear's car, that 31 machine. See what happened to him. Ernie Williams took a peek down his inside. Looks like he's going to come off turn 4, just get way out of shape, and he put that left front right in between Williams' 2 right side tires, right on that Nerf bar on the side of the car. So the 31 machine taken to the infield. Probably got some suspension damage there. That kind of stuff. Not with some of these guys that are starting at the back really want to see. Broderick, Bedford, Apollo, Austin, Peppiett, Smolders all the way up to 6th already. Ross, Williams, Steele, and Bragman. So a couple of guys from our C main all the way up and into the top 10 already. He's in 8th. We'll see what happens, buddy. At least 1 more lap to get around here behind the pace truck. We have about 11 to go when they get the green. Ernie Williams may be done for the night. It looks like that car has headed to the infield. So he must have had a lot more damage than it looked like. We are about to have the pace truck drop into the infield, so Williams' night will be done. Broderick, Bedford, Apollo going to bring us back to the green. Green flag back in the air.
Green flag.
Good jump by Broderick. Going to give himself 3, 4, 5 car lengths when they got down to 1 and 2. Bedford went to the bottom, and Paulo wanted to be there as well. These two right on top of each other. Paulo almost pushing Bedford around the track. Oh, down into, the tires. I don't know who that was. Was that Pepiot's car? Yes, it was. Pepiot caught that implement tire. He's going to get it out of the way. We're going to stay green. The battle right now for that final transfer spot, and there goes Paulo as the bumps down the backstretch got Bedford. So Shea Paulo now your other transfer car. He and Broderick. We'll see if he can run him down. We're at the halfway point this time by.
All right, man. Caution is
And
out.
caution. One more time. Dolbear is out. Jimmy Barr. Jimmy Barr's car with some damage. Let's see if he's part of this. He had the wing the last time going down the backstretch on the nose of that car. He's coming up behind the 31. The 31 slides it out, and, I'm not sure what happened there. Looked like he tried to go high and didn't get high enough, and he caught him with the left front. That's going to put Dolbear out. So Dolbear, Pepiot, Williams, Bragman, and Lear out of this race. Still have about 11 cars out there vying for the 2 spots. Going to be a short sprint to the checkered flag, about 4 laps, 5 laps. You just tuned in for the wrecks, didn't you, Davis? All right. Broderick, Paulo, Bedford, Austin, Smolders, Steele, Ross, Cross, Hanna, and Hollinger. Only other car on the track, Jimmy Barr, back in 11th. Barr missing the front wing, and that's going to make it very difficult for him getting down the corners without that nose wing. Front end won't be planted, and he's going to have fun time. That car going to get real tight for him. So the pace truck going to go into the infield. 5 laps to go. Right now, Broderick and Paulo. The 88 and the 21 are the 2 transfer cars going to go to the feature. Green flag back in the air. Keep our eye right here on this top 2. Best we can. They are the transfer cars. Everybody behind that is on the outside looking in. Paulo got up to the inside of Broderick right there. Broderick able to power his way back by on the top side of 3 and 4, and he's going to hold the high side in 1 and 2. Paulo finding plenty of grip down the backstretch on the inside right there, staying out of the bumps, and I believe that's helping him with speed at the end of the straightaway, but not enough to get the lead away that time. 3 laps to go. Here comes Smolders. Smolders around the top side now has moved his way into 3rd, and he's closing the gap quickly. He'll have 2 more laps to get it done as Paulo and Broderick both went to the bottom that time. Smolders up on the cushion, and he is up on the wheel. Here he comes off the top side. He had the left front on the right rear, right outside of Broderick. Broderick knows he's there. He's trying to find the grip, and that time Smolders dead even at the line. White flag. One more time around here. Paulo holding the inside. Now Smolders has the advantage. Smolders from the back to the front. He's going to get a transfer spot out of this if he can hang on to it. Paulo's going to win the B-Main. Alex Smolders, your other transfer car. So that's going to make our 20-car field filled out. Broderick just missed it. Stayed down on the bottom just a little too long, and he let Smolders find the momentum on the top side. So move Paulo and Smolders into our feature. I think they got a 3-minute warm-up here. Guys, go over to meatfreaksjerky.com. Use the promo code DRN19 to make a purchase. Every purchase you make helps the Dirt Racing Network keep great racing here for you guys to watch. Give us a chance to maybe sponsor a few special events, something like that. Plus, the jerky's fantastic. Check them out on Facebook at Meat Freaks Jerky. Follow them. Got a lot going on. If you're a real racer, send them a message. They've got some programs to help with some sponsorship stuff. I know I'm trying to talk to a couple of guys I know around here, get them on the program because it's a really good deal. They will personalize the jerky bags to you, let you sell them at will. Whatever you make in profit is yours for your sponsorship. It's a great deal, so reach out to Jason, let him know what's going on, but drop by and say hi to the folks over at meatfreaksjerky.com. So 20 cars, they got 35 laps. Caution laps are going to count. We saw a great race last week. Had a caution on about the 6th or 7th lap of the feature, and we didn't see another one. They ran the entire back part of that race out. They got pretty excited. 40 to the winner, 20 to second, and 10 to third. A real good look. Overhead, you can see all the black starting to show. Track starting to get slick, red through the middle. Little band at the top at both ends. Tiny little band on the inside around both ends. So we'll probably see 2 lanes of racing tonight. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Thank you very much. Hope you're enjoying the show. Who's your pick? Put it up in the chat. We'll see who comes out with the win. Warm-up session going to wind down here. About 15 more seconds. We'll get these guys out here. Run down the lineup real quick for you. Got them loose for 35 laps. Put our Carolina Reaper jerky feature out on the track. I see a vote for Mr. Roxbury. We'll jump into the grid right here. Nelson Webster going to start on our pole. The 15 machine on his outside. Anthony Job. Row 2 going to be Tucker and Batista. That might have to be my pick, Mr. Batista. He's starting too close to the front. Going to run that top side. He usually goes forward. I rarely see him go backwards, so I might go with old Batista there. In the third row, the rock star Britton Roxbury on the inside. Troy Wagaman on the outside. Dakota Kuhn, Tyler Schell in row 4. Row 5 going to be the high side hustler Braden Eiler and Trey Schmidt. Wade Lamar, Billy Rowley making row 6 up. Row 7, Trey Galgon and the Cadillac man, Kevin Hanley. Row number 8, going to be Kyle Stoltz and Austin McCarl. Row 9, the Flying Fossil, David Flick and R.J. Harper. And in row 10, Shea Paulo and Alex Smolders. Both transferring in from RB Main. So Webster and Job going to get us started here. And next time off turn 4, 20 cars, 35 laps. Pace truck making the hard left into the infield. Entire field in the control of Nelson Webster. He'll get us started about the middle of turns 3 and 4. Green flag is in the air. We're underway. 35 laps right here from the dirt track at Charlotte. Webster went to the bottom. Tucker went to the bottom, and we get to turn 1, and everybody's got to back them down. Could have been McCarl. Well, I'm not really sure who it was. Carl's car was flashing pretty good. Oh, they went down in there and backed him up, and he just got sideways long enough. If I catch the number on that car. It was not Harper. It was further back than that. No, it was further forward than that. Oh, it was Troy Wagaman. Troy Wagaman got sideways down there in 1 and 2. He brought out the caution for us. So it's going to be Webster, Tucker, Job, Roxbury, Batista, Kuhn, Shell, Eiler, Schmidt, and Rowley. Our top 10. We got about 2 turns in. But we'll get them lined up single file. We'll get them restarted. 45 laps on the board tonight. I thought he said 35. So the lights will go off on the pace truck. And Nelson Webster will get control of the field in the middle of the backstretch, and he will get us restarted here. 41 laps still to go. On the throttle, green flag in the air. Webster and Tucker both got a pretty good jump over third place Anthony Job, but Britton Roxbury went straight to the top. Now he's trying to cut it underneath Job. Job got out of shape. Lost a lot of momentum on the entry. Turns 1 and 2 there. He's got his hands full. He's going to have Batista running up the backside of him. He's got Roxbury down the inside. These guys battling wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Meanwhile, at the front, Tucker throws the slide job, and he thought he had the lead for a second, but Webster went right back up on the inside and took it at the line. Now Kendall Tucker's got the lead as they head into 3 and 4, and he's going right to the bottom. Roxbury's gotten third away from Job. He ran the slider line in 3 and 4, and he's got to stay topside now. Oh, squeeze play, and Roxbury put it right through the gap. Job had to back out, and that lets Batista get around him. Now John Batista down on the inside. The 54 machines got 4th. Move Job back to 5th. Here comes Tyler Shearer. There comes Braden Eiler. Rare sight to see the 5 machine down on the bottom, but he's working it down there tonight. Now goes back top shelf. Kendall Tucker is getting away from Nelson Webster. 0.8 of a second at the line that time. Roxbury working the top side. He is starting to close the gap. Webster right down against the grass on the inside of the track, and he's got company on the high side. It's the 421 machine of the Rockstar, Britton Roxbury. John Batista was back here running 4th. We got another caution on the track. This one going to be for Trey Schmidt. Trey Schmidt finding himself backwards down here in 3 and 4. Wonder if he caught a tire. Yes, he did. Left front upset the car. Oh, then he did it a second time. So Trey Schmidt found 2 implement tires. One wasn't good enough. Had to find the second one. All right, it's Tucker, Webster, Roxbury, Batista, Job, your top 5. Shell, Eiler, Kuhn, Lamar, and Rowley rounding out your top 10. Completing lap number 12 of 45 right here. So I see a Roxbury, I see a McCarl, see a second Roxbury. No, we got 2 Batistas. And I see a Harper. All right. So let's see. Roxbury's 3rd. Batista is 4th. McCarl is 13th. And Harper is sitting in the 18th position right now. The lights went off on the pace truck. We're going green the next time off of turn number 4. Kendall Tucker in control of the field. 31 laps to go. Just waiting for Tucker to give us a little bit of a jump right here. Webster kind of rolled into it, but Tucker held him up for just a second. Got on the throttle. The green flag comes out. Keep Tucker down on the bottom. Roxbury around the top. Nelson in the middle. Batista went around the top with Roxbury right there. Now Job through the middle. Job trying to make a move on Batista for fourth. Not going to make it happen that time. Too strong, the 54 car off the top side. Now Webster. 3 wide. He had Tucker on the bottom. Roxbury on the top. Roxbury went top shelf and went 2 for 1. He had the lead when they entered turn 3. And he's going to have it at the line. Move the Rockstar to the point. Tucker second. Webster third through the middle. John Batista around the high side. He's going to pick up third this time on turn number 3. Keep Nelson working through the middle. Don't know what he's finding there, but he's finding his way to the back quickly with it. Batista into third, and he's still working the high side. He's looking for Tucker now. Rockstar starting to get away from these guys. Britton Roxbury found a gap. He's in a groove. And he is running the high side, keeping that 421 machine out in front. Batista third. Caution one more time. Who is that for? Not sure if that, I don't think that was forced, man. I think somebody got sideways just long enough to get us a caution here. And they got it facing the right way. Yeah, I don't even see. Oh, there it is on the infield right there. That's Harper, R.J. Harper in the infield. Well, let's find out what happened to Mr. Harper. Ooh, up off the top side. Loses the right rear. Backs it down against the implement tires on the infield. He is away and going to join the back of the field again. Only one retiree, Kyle Stoltz's car out of the race. 19 cars still on track. Coming up on the halfway point. Roxbury, Tucker, Batista, Webster, and Job, your top 5. Shell, Eiler, Rowley, Lamar, and Dakota Kuhn rounding out the top 10. Oh, Garrett. So Roxbury and Batista making moves coming forward. Tucker led for a while, gave up the lead to the 421 machine, and he settled into second. Nelson Webster started on the pole. He's running in the 4th spot, and Anthony Job started on the outside of that front row, and he has kept himself inside the top 5, but he's got plenty of company right behind him. Tyler Schell and Braden Eiler. Billy Rowley right behind that. Wade Lamar. Dakota Kuhn cracking that top 10, so these guys are ready to go again. Right at the halfway point, this time under the flag stand. And the green flag out once again. Kendall Tucker on the bottom, going to give up second. No, able to find some drive off the bottom of turn 2, and he hangs on to it. Batista had a good run through 1 and 2 on that restart. Now Tucker gives up the bottom to go to the top. Batista's been up there the whole time. Roxbury still out in front. We're watching the battles for second and third right here. Tucker right in front of Batista, and I'm sure Batista's going to be patient. Wait for the mistake. Now he goes to the bottom side to see if there's anything at all down there. He lost about a car length is all he lost given that try. Now Tucker out of that groove. Batista goes top shelf. Batista lost time. He lost another car length that time. Keeping our eye on these two guys is Britton Roxbury. 0.8 of a second out in front of this battle for second. Tucker kind of working a bit of a unique 9, not going in directly on the top. Just keeping that right rear right up against that dark stuff. Now he is starting to inch away from the 54 machine of John Batista. Braden Eiler has worked his way around the high side, and he's got 4th away from Webster, away from Job. Those two side by side again. And the high side hustler working the cushion. Catches the wall down the front stretch. That slows him up a little bit. Lets Job get back to the tail tank. Job and Webster giving chase to Eiler right there. Britton Roxbury holding 0.8 of a second over Kendall Tucker, and Tucker has gapped out about a half a second in front of John Batista right now. Batista staying married to the top side, kind of his style. He's going to sit back there, wait for the track to come to him, and hopefully it will. Movers inside the top 10. Not a whole lot. Kevin Hanley has broken his way into the top 10, and Troy Wagman has fallen out. Alex Smolders out of the top 10, back to 12th. Still Eiler and Shell. Now Rowley, Lamar, Hanley, and Dakota Kuhn. Looks like Nelson Webster taking his car into the infield. Britton Roxbury, 9/10 of a second, sees it erased this time by. The caution going to come out, Braden Eiler. The high side hustler maybe got a little too high side. Yep. Right front, right rear, up over the fence. Suspension probably broken in that car, and then he gets hammered by Troy Wagaman sitting there, and then gets bumped again by Trey Schmidt. Schmidt losing the nose wing off that car. So coming around, going to be around 10 to go when we get the green flag. It's Roxbury, Tucker, Batista, your top three. Job, Shell, Rowley, Lamar, Henley, Kuhn, and Flick. The Flying Fossil, David Flick now inside our top 10. Alex Smolders, Shea Paulo, Trey Galgon, Trey Schmidt. The remaining cars on the track. That's 14 of them. Wagaman, Eiler, Webster, McCarl, Harper, and Stoltz. Loading them up. The lights off on the pace truck. Going to be going green. The next time we come off turn 4, going to be exactly 10 laps to go. Roxbury still out in front of this thing. Off of turn 4, hammer down, green flag back in the air, 10 laps to go. Pay window getting ready to open. It's Roxbury, Batista, and Tucker. Tucker out of fuel, takes the car to the infield. That's going to move Batista to second. Anthony Job now in third. Tyler Shell in fourth. Billy Rowley up to the 5th position. Got 4 of the 5 on the screen. Caution. The Cadillac man in the middle of something here. Wade Lamar looked like he was in the middle of it too. Kuhn was in the middle of that sandwich for just a second. Lamar on the top side. Down across into Kuhn. Hanley nowhere to go. Those two going up. Alex Smolders finds a piece of that. Smolders' car looks like it's heavily damaged. So that's going to take a few more laps off of the board. Going to put us right around the 5 to go mark when they get the green. Roxbury, Batista, and Job in your pay spots right now. Shell, Rowley, Kuhn, Flick, Schmidt, Henley, and Paulo inside of that top 10. It's 40 to win, 20 for second and 10 for third tonight. Your top 3 are right there, but Tyler Shell right on the outside, right behind his teammate Anthony Job, looking on the end. I like to take that pay window away. We've seen some good stuff out of these guys. Trying to remember who snuck in and got one the first night. Right on the last lap, made a great pass on the inside. Picked up some cash. It's escaping me. Getting old. It is what it is. 5 to go when we get the green. Roxbury going to bring us back to it. We'll see if we can hold off Batista. Batista's been really good on these starts. Gets through 1 and 2. About as good as anybody. Better than most. And the green flag is back in the air. Oh, Shell's car went to the infield. He clipped the tire. That's going to knock him out of that top 5. Going to put Kuhn in that 5th position now. Down the back stretch. First time after the restart into 3 and 4. Still Roxbury. up to the top. Batista got a good run through the middle of 3 and 4, and he closed the gap right back down. 4 to go. Battle starting to heat up for that third and final pay position right there as Rowley goes on the inside of his teammate. Taking that spot away from Anthony Job when they come off turn 4. Does he still have it? No, Job gets it back. 3 laps to go. Laps winding down quickly. Anthony Job hanging on to that third spot. But this time Rowley with a big drive. Takes it in low, going to keep it down on the bottom. Batista out of shape. That's going to give breathing room to Roxbury. Roxbury out in front with 2 to go. Batista still second, battles for third, and here goes Rowley. He's found that drive off the bottom of 2, and he secures third. So it's Roxbury, Roxbury, Batista, and Rowley, as they go under the white flag one more time around. Britton Roxbury going to bring us home here. Going to pick up that checkered flag. Whoever picked him, good job. He's going to pick up the victory. John Batista is going to come home in second. And Billy Rowley going to pick up third. Good run by those guys. If you would ask those guys to park on the front for me. Get the winners around here quickly. Get them to park on our front stretch. Mr. Roxbury doing a little re-landscaping here in the infield. Getting these guys down here. Get them parked in. That ought to do us right there. Yeah, we'll get an interview with these guys real quick. While we wait for them all out, we don't have to wait long because Mr. Rowley has made his way. Oh, where'd he go? Well, there's Batista. And Roxbury. And I saw Rowley, but I don't see him now. Yeah, we'll go over the results real quick. Roxbury with a win. Batista, second. Rowley, Job, Kuhn, Flick, Paulo, Hanley, Schmidt, Galgon, Smulders, Shell, Lamar, Tucker, Eiler, Wagaman, Webster, McCarl, Harper, and Stoltz. There's Mr. Rowley. Now he's back. Billy Rowley, you got a copy. Billy Rowley.
Hey, Roger, how's it going?
Going well, sir. Had to give you a second to get your helmet off there. I understand you couldn't hear me with that big old thing on. Man, a third place finish for you. You battled with your teammate there at the very end. Talk to us about the race and coming home on the podium.
Felt good. Heat race was interesting. Had a couple of mishaps with another guy and shouldn't have probably been starting back in 12th, but oh well. Had a good run and finally was starting to get some stuff figured out. If we had a longer run towards the end, I think I might have had something for John, but it felt really good. It's a pretty fun league so far. It seems like it's getting a lot of momentum, and I hope it keeps going.
Yeah, it looked like the track was super slick even when the feature started, and it just didn't get any better through the middle. Thin strip at the top, thin strip at the bottom. Where were you able to make up the most ground on these guys?
Well, I started the race off on the bottom, and it felt like I was making a little bit of headway, and then kept getting I felt like I was getting too slowed up in the bottom. Everybody was kind of chaining up, so I started to move to the middle, and actually Braden Eiler told me what he was doing, and I started to do that, which rolling it through the middle up to the cushion and just kind of half throttling it the whole way around the racetrack. So staying out of the bumps as much as humanly possible. The motocross track they got here is really, really nice. But yeah, it was pretty good. Happy to come away third, and sorry to AJ, I snookered by him for that at the end, but it was still a fun race.
Yeah, it looked like the rolling hills of the dirt track at Charlotte started to become very prevalent, and you could really see cars getting out of shape, especially getting down into 3. So it's kind of treacherous, man. I'm sure you got a bunch of sponsors you want to give a thank you to, and we'll let you celebrate a great third-place finish.
Yeah, big thanks to Team SETI. Great group of guys. Thank them. They've really pushed me to get a lot better, especially on this slick stuff over the last few months. So big thanks to them. Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gum, Motorsports Beat, Hergot Real Estate. Got a lot of lot of cool people behind me. My Twitch community, twitch.tv/TunaKN79. Come hang out on there sometime, and just thank you, Roger, for broadcasting, and hope everybody has a good rest of the week.
All right, man. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us. Look forward to talking to you again soon.
See you, buddy.
Your third place finisher, Billy Rowley. See if we can get in here. Give a chat with John Batista real quick. John Batista, got a copy?
I sure do.
All right, man. Well, I picked you to win this thing. You come home second. Tell us about the track, and then tell us about this second place finish tonight, bud.
The track is basically standard Charlotte, it seems. I think you stated it perfectly. It was the rolling hills of Charlotte. And all I will say is I wish the track went back down to the bottom. I made not a whole lot of ground up at the beginning of the race, but I made up some ground on the bottom, and I felt good there. I haven't been able to run the bottom in iRacing in a long time, so I really wish that would have stuck around. But you know, it was a cushion game. And I just wasn't as good on the cushion as Britton, but seems like every time we go to Charlotte, Britton is always leading or winning these things, so hats off to him for running it so well. I just couldn't keep it up there and keep it out of the wall, keep it off the inside tires, you know. I was all over the place, especially at the end. I think Billy made up a bunch of time on me, so yeah, I just wish the track was down at the bottom. That's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. Had a few embarrassingly bad races this past week or so. So just glad to finally get a normal one in, and a bit of a not an ego boost, but you know, performance boost for the next few races or so.
Yeah, it looked like there was absolutely nothing in the middle, and a couple of guys really gave up a lot of spots, started up to the front, and just kind of whittled their way back. But you made up a lot of ground on the top a lot of times, especially on the restarts. How are you so good getting through 1 and 2 every time on the restarts?
I don't know. Feel like I was better. I was definitely better on the top in the middle of the race than I was the end. I don't know if it got any slicker on the top throughout the race, because it was pretty damn slick the whole time. But I don't know. I think a lot of people were running the middle and maybe a slider line up into 1 and 2, and the top all the way around towards the beginning was faster. But I think the slider probably was faster at the end of the race. I wasn't ready to chance it, and most likely put myself into the wall, or you know, do the good old-fashioned slide up into the cushion and then have it hook you left again. Saw that happen to a lot of people tonight, especially earlier in the night. I think it happened to Ernie. So yeah, wasn't ready to go for that yet.
Yeah, it just looked like it was very treacherous down the backstretch. We talked about the rolling hills. I'm sure you got a bunch of sponsors you want to give a shout out to, and then we'll let you get out of here, bud.
Yeah, I just want to thank Brett at Ultimate Dirt TV, first off. Drew Neal at 19 Designs for putting all our paints on. He's a great guy. Tim Nichols at Tim's Dirt Track Simulators. I want to give a shout out to Ernie. He didn't make the feature tonight, but usually he's a front runner at Charlotte pretty much every time. And a shout out to Brody Wilhelm. This is my first week here, and I enjoyed myself, so I'll probably be back next week. And thank you, Roger, for putting this thing on.
All right. Thanks for chatting with us, John. Look forward to seeing you again maybe later in the week.
Thank you, Roger.
All right, John Batista, your second place finisher. And we'll move on to the rock star here. He's picking up wins left and right. Britton Roxbury, you got a copy.
Yep.
Well, you put another one in the books. Come home with the win tonight. Couple of fans in the chat picked you to win this thing. So you took it to the front. Kind of held it there the whole time. Talked to us about getting to the front and then what it took to keep it on the cushion the entire night.
Oh man! First off, this feels like a good win for me. There's quite a bit of fast guys in here tonight, and I know I drove as hard as I possibly could, so it was rough. But yeah, at the start there, I was just running the bottom with them because honestly, I thought the bottom was the quickest way around there for a while. So I decided to venture up top and just kind of eased into the throttle the whole time. Never even got full throttle, I don't think, the whole race. So I was just kind of barely touching it, and it was risky to run, but it paid off in the end.
Yeah, 2 for 1 there. When you went around the top side, you were in third when you went into 1 and 2. You had the lead when you came out. Middle was very treacherous and looked like those bumps down the backstretch were really causing guys a lot of problems. You were losing a lot of momentum. How did you keep yours up getting through those bumps?
Yeah, I would. I'd come out of the corner there, and I'd just kind of ease into it, like half throttle there, and I'd hit the bumps and just keep the wheel straight as possible. But like I said, never getting on it, and didn't create any wheel spin, so it set in pretty good. I mean, I don't think I was really setting the fastest pace, but it was definitely the safest.
Well, you notch another win. You pick up a victory here. Another payday for you. Got some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a hard-earned victory.
Yeah, first got to thank Brody for putting this series on. Really appreciate that. And, I really appreciate the money too. I needed it. I had a few things coming up. So it's always nice whenever you're struggling and you get paid, race on here. So I can't complain. And got to thank all the guys at the KKR Sim team for all the help and support. Got to thank you for broadcasting this stuff, DRN. And Wicked Cushion.
All right, man. Well, a great win. We look forward to seeing you back here on the network tomorrow night for Dirt Slingers.
Sounds good, man.
All right. Britton Roxbury wins tonight, picks up the $40. John Batista in second, going to pick up $20, and Billy Rowley going to pick up that $10 for coming home third. Great race tonight. A lot of action. Saw a handful of cautions, but was a fantastic finish. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Don't forget to drop by meatfreaksjerky.com. DRN19 is your promo code. Use that. Buy a little bit of jerky. Don't forget, we're getting close to holiday purchases and pretty quick, and that makes a great stocking stuffer, so get that in there. For myself tonight, Mike Peterson every other night when he is on here. Dirt Racing Network appreciates every single one of you tuning in. Until we see you the next time, guys, keep it dirty. Good night, everybody.